Ooh, Stardust! I've always said that it's the most important resource in Pokemon GO. And today we will check out all the Stardust boosted Pokemon and how we can plan for future events. Alright, so hi to all of you guys! So yeah, first things first, let me go to bring my screen up and show you guys that we're gonna go under here. We're gonna go under here and we're gonna go to GoHub website. Alright, thank you very much GoHub for the information, but you guys can see this article that was written by Platinum. It said Pokemon that give extra Stardust on catch. So there are a total of 24 Pokemon, and those 24 Pokemon, sorry I can't use my hands anymore. Alright, they're all Stardust boosted, but which one are the ones that we should actually focus on? Well, it depends on the season, and it depends also on what events are coming out, especially for Spotlight Hour, especially for certain events that last for days. Alright, so let's go to check out the list of bonus Stardust Pokemon. Starting off with Paras from Generation 1. These are all listed in accordance to the generation. Alright, so the base Stardust is 500. Usually when you catch a regular Pokemon like a Pikachu, like a Bulbasaur, like a Pidgey, or even a Rattata, you get just 100 Stardust. However, all these Pokemon, minimum you get 500, which is insane. So if you take a look at Paras, for example, it has a base Stardust of 500 if you have Weather Boost, meaning sunny or rainy, because Paras is a grass and also bug typing Pokemon. You get 625. With Starpy, without Weather Boost, you get 750. With the Starpies and Weather Boost is 938. So back then, there was actually a Paras Spotlight Hour, and I played really crazily when I was playing it in London. And I got like, I think 500,000 Stardust. It was just insane. Alright, in just 1 hour. So this is the period that you really want to play hard. Even for Meowth, alright, there's even the second stage evolution like Parasect and even Persian. Those actually gets you extra Stardust on top of that. Because they are second stage evolution and also their base Stardust is 500, you get extra Stardust from that. Alright, so the Alolan Meowth actually has even more Stardust, 750, which is even better, 1.5 times more, but they usually do not appear in the wild, but you can get it from field research. So if you get yourself a Stardust boosted Pokemon from the field research, what I would suggest to do is to keep it, put it on your stack, because you can stack up to 100 Pokemon. I'm talking about over here under your field research here, you can stack it over here and put under the stack over here. And then during an event like a catch event for Stardust, like 3 times catch Stardust, even for community day, etc., that's when you want to use your stack and catch them. And then you use a star piece on top of that, you get roughly 3,375 Stardust per Alolan Meowth caught. That is insane. Alright, that is so insane. And of course, if you talk about Shelder actually had a Spotlight Hour also. I was in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, when I played the Spotlight Hour with Princess. And each catch you get 1,500 without any weather boost. So Staryu also 750, and then Delibird is 500, but Delibird is only an event, usually only comes during the month of Christmas, during the month of December. So it's not really spawning that frequently, but it's still available in research. Alright, so for Shumish it's also 500, and I do try and target Shumish not just for the Stardust but also the XL Candy, because it's going to be the third best ever fighting type Pokemon behind of Shadow Lucario and behind of Shadow Conkeldurr. So this is going to be the third Shadow Breloom. Alright, so for Sableye 750, but take note though, now that we have talked all the way to Sableye among all these Pokemon, alright, not talking about the second stage evolution like Parasect or Persian or Cloyster, it has the lowest catch rate. So if you ask me, if I were to see like a Sableye versus, say for example, a Shumish, I would rather catch the Shumish, because Shumish has a higher catch rate despite the fact that I get 250 Stardust less. So that's something you have to consider also. Alright, Chimecho is 1,000, so if you get few research for that, great. Usually it doesn't spawn in the wild, so it spawns during Go Fest, etc. sometimes. Combi is 750, so if you get yourself a Spotlight Hour for any of these Pokemon that I've just mentioned, go crazy, go ham. Audino is the highest at 2,100. Which if it's a weather boost all the way with a star piece is 3,938. Can you imagine catching the Audino during a catch 3 times Stardust event? It's going to be almost 12,000 Stardust just from one Audino catch. So if you stack 100 Audinos, that's 1.2 million Stardust in just 100 catches. This is just so insane. Alright, but I've never done that before, but it'll be quite interesting to actually think about that. As for Trubbish is 750, I usually try and target that also. So now that we have already talked all the way to the upcoming generation, we have Fungus, the 2 mushroom Pokemon, Fungus and also Morlum's family, with 500 Stardust each as the base and 938 as the maximum you can get from the Weather Boost and also Star Piece. So now that we have actually taken a look at Fungus, and also Morlum, let's check out the future events that will be coming for the next few months. So right now we have the Lustrous Odyssey event, which is going to be around for another 2 more days for us. Alright, and if you check out the wild spawns, what I would suggest is to check out the spawns that are available. So we can see that Morlum actually is spawning right now. So you want to try and target Morlum, but Morlum is not spawning like crazy. I would say I see more Ghastly spawning than Morlum by at least 5 to 6 times. So not really the best event to like grind for Stardust. But if you talk about like the winter holidays event when Delibird was spawning in the wild a lot, great, that's when you want to target the Delibirds. Okay, so even if you talk about like certain events like catch 3 times Stardust, and it's a comp day for Rowlet, which was just the one that happened recently, it's not exactly better than catching, for example, Parasect Spotlight Owl, or even not Parasect, Para Spotlight Owl, or even example Meowth Spotlight Owl, because the Stardust boost, the 5 times is literally like a 5 times Stardust event, and instead of a 3 times Stardust event when you're going to catch 300 just from catching 1 Rowlet. So think about that. Alright, so the next event that we can look at is the Dazzling Dream event, which there's 2 times catch Stardust for Pokemon and hatching of Pokemon. Great! And if you check out the Pokemon that are spawning, Morlum is also spawning. What does this mean? If you put a Star Piece down, if it has 2 times catch Stardust, it means you'll get a total of 1,500 Stardust per Morlum catch. That is so insane. That is no weather boost, no nothing. So if it's weather boost, it will be even higher. So the next one that you actually want to look at, alright, the future events that will come, we have to see what happens, especially for the ones that hasn't been really announced yet with the spawns. Alright, so we have to take note of that. So as for Spotlight Hour, you guys can see that there's Eevee Spotlight Hour, not boosted at all, Rock Spotlight Hour, not boosted at all, and even Braboch Spotlight Hour, also not boosted at all. But the next one, Fungus Spotlight Hour, on the 30th of January, on Tuesday, that is the one that you want to focus on. Remember, Fungus is a boosted Stardust Pokemon, and if you check out for this month, it is 2 times catch Stardust. What does this mean? Alright, remember, Fungus is 500 base Stardust. Multiply that by 2 is 1000. With a Star Piece, it's going to be 1500. So if you are able to catch, like say 200 Fungus during that 1 hour grind, hey, it's 300,000 Stardust, really, not including any eggs that you're going to hatch, not including any other few researches that you're going to complete to get Stardust from. So that is pretty insane if you ask me. So I'm going to play hard for the Fungus Spotlight Hour. Normally that's how I plan my time and see if I wanted to play hard or need to play hard for certain events or not. Of course, during Com Day I would love to play really hard, especially when it's catch 3 times Stardust events. However, not all the time I can do that, like the one that recently for Rowlet, but I got about 500,000 Stardust, not too bad. But as and when from my daily grind, I still will target all these Pokemon whenever I see them as much as I can, especially the ones that I want the XL Candy. Among all this, the only one that I want the XL Candy is actually Shroomish. Sableye, if you still need it for a Great League, yep, you can get that. Everything else, XL Candy wise, not really too important, but Stardust wise, yep, they are the best. Alright, so those are the 24 Pokemon that I have shown to you guys, and hopefully you guys have gotten a better understanding in terms of how to get more Stardust. I'm trying to get my Stardust up because I spent a lot of Stardust in the first video that I made for this year, the 6 million Stardust spent on the Pikachus, but not to worry, I have ways to actually get my Stardust back. Just keep grinding, just keep catching. A lot of people do ask me how to get more Stardust, man. The only answer is don't just shiny check, but please catch every Pokemon that you see. Literally everything, okay, if it's possible. Unless you are like me and don't catch Smeargle. So that's all from me, man. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys found this video useful, definitely remember to leave a like and also to share with your friends, and hopefully they will know what Pokemon to go after and how to plan your events in the future. Like I said, focus more on the Stardust boosted Pokemon. Even if it's 2 times or 3 times catch Stardust event, it may or may not be better. If it's 3 times with like Shelder, for example, yeah, I'm gonna go crazy, man. Alright, so that's all from me, man. I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye.